Hello YouTube. Today I'm going to be talking a little bit about a brand new math curriculum out there. It is called Themeville Math. Before I show you anything from it, I just want to tell you a little bit about the author. The man who wrote it, his name is Avi Patel. He has a PhD in mechanical engineering. In order to get that degree, he had to take several college math classes. And so doing that, and then also he tutored and he taught people of all ages. So by taking all those college math classes and tutoring and teaching people, he learned that there are so many different learning styles out there. So one day he decided to create a math program. And he did. It took him 10 years to do so. And he created it, and it's called Themeville Math. And the little slogan down says, "See the themes behind the details." But it's available for purchase, and so far he has levels 1 through 5 created. He has plans to create additional higher levels, but he has no timetable as to when those will be ready. But his curriculum, he has videos on his website, themevillemaath.com, where you can go, well, if you purchase the curriculum, you can go there and watch each video for each lesson. They're just short, like 2-3 minute videos with him actually going over the work text and, doing some sample problems. So there are the videos. Then there's the work text that the student does. And then there are manipulatives. And I'll go through those in a moment. Okay. So his math program, it's a combination of Mastery and Spiral. Okay, so it's Mastery and Spiral combined. For his videos and for his manipulatives, and also there's several problems in each lesson. Before each lesson, there is a review lesson that has several problems, and then the lesson itself has several problems as well. So for all the problems, for the videos and the manipulatives, he says that since you know your child best, just do as much or as little as what your child needs. Your child may or may not need the manipulatives, may or may not need the video, may or may not need, every single problem. So just do what works best for you and your family. Okay. So as I said, he has levels 1 through 5 ready for purchase on his website, themevillemaath.com. He also has a YouTube channel called Themeville Math, so you can go there and check out. He has a few videos up. All right, so these are called levels. They're not called grades, like first grade, fifth grade. They're not called that. They're just called levels. And so the back of the book says full curriculum, daily lessons, free videos for each lesson, daily review of previous lessons, and easy to teach. All right, so let me kind of back up a little bit. I should have done this in the first place and tell you how I came about getting this. Because you're probably thinking, what? Don't you use this? Okay, so how we came about getting this was the author, Avi Patel, he contacted me and offered this to me. So, so I looked at levels 3 and 4, and I chose 3, and I'll tell you why in a minute. But anyway, he contacted me, he offered me this because he's trying to get his program out there into the market and let people know about it. So I told him I would do this review for him. So this video right now is just going to be about what's in the box, a little bit about the information, the program, and I will show you through some of the pages. I can't show you through all of them, it would just be way too long, but I'm going to show you through some of the pages. And then in a week or two, I will do another video, because during that week or two time, my 4th grader is going to be using this as, a test, a sample, an experiment, whatever you would like to call it. And we're just going to be, working through this for a week or two. So later I'll have another video telling you what she thought of it, what I thought of it, pros and cons, if there are any, things like that. Okay, so today's video. All right, so like I said, I'll be using this for my 4th grader, but I did choose level 3. The reason I chose level 3 is because level 3 focuses more on multiplication and long division. And so my 4th grader is using teaching textbooks this year. She loves it. We don't have any plans to change it. But in her teaching textbooks right now, she is working on long division. And there's been a couple things that has, I guess, hindered her a little bit. She's doing pretty good with it, and she's still enjoying it. But there's a couple little things that, we just have to keep repeating before she gets it. So on his math, level 3, he said focuses more on multiplication and long division. It has many other things in there as well, but it's heavy on that, he said, more so than the 4th grade or the 4th level. So that's why I chose level 3. Okay, so if you choose this, you will get, like I said, a bag of manipulatives. And I'll show you these in a minute. Each level comes with 4 work text. Yes. Each level comes with 4 books. There is, whatever level you get, that number will be here, but I have 3. So I have work text 3A, 3B, 3C, and 3D. So this curriculum is meant to last for 1 school year for math. Okay, so you get 4 work text books, the bag of manipulatives, you get an answer key, and then there's also a money bank. So the money bank. And that's the end of the box. There was a couple other pages in there, like how to get the video lessons, how to sign up for that, and then the contents. There was a page that had all the contents. Okay, so the money bank I showed you is just a money bank. The answer key, it is just an answer key. There's nothing else. Each page has 4 of the work text pages reduced on it, so there's 4 pages. And this is a complete solution guide. So if there are any problems that actually need to be worked out, he has that in there, which is really great. So see, here's some that's actually worked out. Okay. So that's what the answer key is. It is just an answer key. Okay. So on to the manipulatives, because that's always the fun part to see, right? Okay, so the first thing that was wrapped around the bag of manipulatives is this long unit ruler measuring thing. Alright, it's pretty long. It's made of like a thick white vinyl, I believe. It's very durable, and it's not quite 4 feet long, maybe 3.5 feet long. And then in the bag, there is 50 yards of yellow grosgrain ribbon. There's a Wreck and Wreck parts, beads, and stem. These are just the brownish tan pipe cleaners with the white and red beads that kids put on necklaces. There's a clock. It's not the Judy clock, but it's very similar. It's that hard plastic. This is place value chips or discs. These are made of foam, and each color is for a different number. Like these are 10 for place value. The purples are 1,000. The browns in here are like 1/10. And but each, like these green ones here, is 100. So this is for place value. There is a ruler, just a 12-inch ruler made in America. the centimeter cubes or the unit cubes. They're made of hard plastic. These are orange. And then there are 74 of these pieces. These are the rods. Kind of like Matthew C type stuff. They're also made of a hard plastic. These are unmarked. Like on them, it does not tell you if they are, you know, 2s or 3s or 10s or 9s. I wish that they had the indentions, the little, you know, indentions to let you know, like, hey, this is a 10, or even if they had the little number on the ends or something. But they're unmarked, but that's fairly common. You can see those. There's a lot of them that's unmarked. But anyhow, that's those. And these and these came with a cute little plastic tray to put them in with a lid. So I thought that was pretty neat. And then it also came with some area overlays and whole number multiplication for levels 3 to 5. So here's an overlay. Let me get a back for it. This is like that, you know, that clear stuff. Here's another overlay. And these are some place value strips that you cut out. And these pages, there are 3 of them. They are made of very thick cardstock paper. It's very thick. Can you actually see how thick that is? This is just one. And the ink is very nice, well printed, kind of glossy a bit. So there's this place value strip that you cut out, and here's some more place values. And then there's a 100 number chart. Okay, so that's what is included in the kit for level 3 anyhow. Okay, so let's look into the book. So this is work text 3A. All right, I'm going to show you the table of contents for all 3 of these for all 4 of these work texts. But before I do that, I do want to say, if you go to his website, themevillemath.com, you can download samples of each level and kind of have your kid do those to see what level you think your kid should be in. Or he also has a placement test on his website that your child can take, and it would also help you to, you know, determine which level to put your child in. And I believe the table of contents is also in there, and there's it's like a summary, or I don't know if it's a scope and sequence, I can't remember, but it tells you what each level, you know, consists of, like what it teaches in each level. So you can go to his website to learn more. But I will show you the table of contents for each book. But like I said, I can't go through every page. It would just be too long. And instead of reading each table, each thing it contains, I'm just going to hold the page up to you so you can see for yourself. And you can pause the video if you want. And I hope you can see these clearly enough. I've got a window right here on the side, so I hope it's clear enough. Sorry. Okay. So that was 3A. And here is the table of contents for 3B. Here's the contents for 3C. and here's the contents for 3D. One neat thing about his curriculum is that when a book ends, when one lesson from one, like of the A, ends, the next lesson on 3B, well, the first lesson on 3B, will be the very next number of, like, let me show you. So, like on 3A, the very last lesson is lesson 38 for 3A. It's lesson 38. Well, on 3B, the first lesson is 39. And not only does the lessons pick up, the page numbers pick up as well. So like it says, this is page 279. That's because the last page in 3A was 278. Okay, so I thought that was neat. Let me see. All right, I'm going to read the preface, the preface here. Actually, I'll show it to you, and you can pause it if you want to read it. All right, so up here there's an introduction for the parent, and then the scope. So the scope of levels 3A and 3D include the following topics: review of the levels 1 through 2, which are the first 15 lessons, long multiplication and division, long addition and subtraction, area and perimeter and symmetry, combined operations, number composition and decomposition with place values, words and numerals, comparison and rounding of numbers, clock, calendar reading and working with durations, data analysis and histogram, measurement units such as kilograms to grams and liters to milliliters, and then word problems. Okay, so the format for his curriculum is that the curriculum is divided into daily lessons. You can follow a daily routine with each lesson starts with a pre-lesson, which is the review. So the pre-lesson is just a warm-up. It's a review, a cumulative review of the topics studied during the previous lessons. And then there's the video and discussion. So you can watch the video with the student and discuss the topic to be studied if it's necessary. And then there's the actual lesson, the teaching of the new topic. And there are tests. Now, these 4 books, for the whole year, there are only 10 tests. So I thought that wasn't too demanding. Just 10 tests, that sounds doable. He also gives you a grade sheet for the test. Only the tests are graded. I mean, you can grade, the work if you want, but for him, he only gives a grade sheet for the test, and here's the grade sheet. Okay, so I showed you the table of contents and the preface. All right, so now I kind of want to show you a little bit through the lessons. Okay, so we have worked on this for a few days already. We spent last week working on it, my 4th grader. So she done it every day last week. This week, we are actually on our fall break, so we're not doing school this week. And then next week, she will pick back up with it and we'll work on it some more. And then I'll make a video and let you know. But so this first lesson, lesson 1, she has done, this was, easy for her. It was lesson 1. It's stuff that she already knows. So I didn't have her do every single problem. And there's a lot of problems in here. There's a lot of, questions. So I just, said pick and choose. So she did. So this was pre-lesson 1. This was just the first page of the review. They said to fill out a number chart from 0 to 100. I didn't require that. They said to count forward by 1. These are things that I know she can already do without a problem, so I didn't have her waste her time or energy on that. And then these was skip counting forward as per the pattern. So this one was counting by 6s, 4s, 5s, 6s, and 7s. Or sorry, 3s, not 6s. Anyway, so she just filled that out. That's the first page to pre-lesson 1, the review. Here's the second and last page for the review. And here is like, write the numerals. One thing I noticed, well, she noticed actually, was on his numbers here, like 99, 57, 71, he didn't put hyphens in there, you know, like, which is the correct way. He didn't do that, so she did put some hyphens in on her own. Then it was skip count forward by 10, and down here, you know, fill in the missing part to these math problems. Here was counting money, and then this was, you know, using the rods to do the math. Now, never mind, I'll save that for the other video, because this video is just showing you what it's about. So I'll save that for another video. Alright, so this is the actual part of lesson 1. Here's the multiplication. That's what it starts with. So it just shows you that they use the pictorial stage here with the pictures, and then they kind of take the pictures away and just give you the repeated addition. And then on the second page of lesson 1, you know, they're all kind of grayed out and you fill it in. They're asking you how many groups, you put that number here, how many in each group, you would put that here, and then you'd multiply 2 by 6. You can see how she done it there. The whole curriculum is black and white. There's no, you know, fun, cute little drawings or colors or anything like that. So if you have a child that's distracted by color or a lot of drawings, you know, they won't be distracted here. So there's none of that. And this is the third page of lesson 1, just a bunch of multiplication problems. And the fourth and last page of lesson 1, more multiplication problems. So there is several problems in here, like I said. You know, but you can just pick and choose what your child needs to do. And then it moves on to the pre-lesson 2, which, like I said, is just the review. And in the grayed out boxes, they give some instructions to teachers, you know, like maybe things to say or things that you need to do, or, you know, certain manipulatives you need to use, things like that. And the review, the second page is the review for pre-lesson 2, and then the actual lesson 2. And they give word problems. Here's another page of lesson 2. And they give word problems as well. And then more word problems. There's a lot of word problems in here, which I think are important. I think word problems are really important because, man, this video is going longer. I'm sorry. But I think word problems are very important because life is word problems. You know, like whenever you're cooking in the kitchen and you're like, you know, it calls for this amount, but I'm wanting to, you know, cut the recipe into thirds. And, you know, so you can kind of replace these words with your current situation. So I think word problems are important. But it just kind of continues in that pattern. You know, each of these books are the same for all of these levels. Alright, so that's some pages in 3A. Here's some pages in 3B. Word problems again. Let's see. Okay, so in the beginning of the books, like on 3A, there's like one page front and back of the review, and then 4 pages total, you know, front and back total of the actual lesson. But later on in some of the lessons, there's like 6 pages, you know, 3 pages front and back, which would be 6, of the actual lesson. So, you know, there's a lot of work, but, you know, if your child needs the extra practice and things like that, you could, you know, use it like that. Okay, so here is pre-lesson 56. And I really like how the reviews cover several topics. Well, that one doesn't. Maybe it does. Yeah, it does. Okay. So I like how the reviews cover several different topics. Like here, lesson 56, it looks like it's adding and subtracting. And then the next page is multiplying and dividing. And the page after that is word problems. And the page after that is, you know, more of a variety, like compare, greater than, less than, rounding, place value, money, things like that. All right, so that pre-lesson 56 had 4 pages. 4 pages. And then you have the actual lesson 56, which looks like it focuses on word problems. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4 pages, and it's just word problems, and that's it. All right, so that is 3B, and here is lesson 73 on 3B. It's on long division. Okay, and then 3C. Okay, here's a lesson 76 on 3C. It has numbers to 1 million. And here's another page of it. Another page. So it's straightforward. It's very simple. Okay, here's one on multiplication. Let's find something a little different in here. Okay, here's some steps to dividing. Ugh. Hard to turn these, bend them right. You see the steps up here? These pages are not perforated to where, you know, they don't have those little holes to where you can tear them out easily. Okay, here's another one on long division, and it tells you some tricky steps. But I like how he gives the step-by-step here. And it seems to be, you know, written towards the student to where, depending on the child, you know, but I think some kids could actually just read it and go, you know, just self-teach. Here's some symmetry. Here's some more symmetry. Some things in here, not everything, but there are some things in here that, some content that I think, you know, would be a bit more than a 3rd grade level. But, you know, so it may be a slightly more advanced on some things. All right, here is a test. This is test 6. And it tells you how many points each problem is worth. So that was 1 page of test 6. Here's a second page of test 6. And the 3rd page. And the 4th and last page of test 6. All right. And then let's see. Okay, so that was 3C, and here is 3D. Don't think you can really see me flipping through these. Just kind of wanting to show you the layout and that they're all basically the same. Black and white. These here, these last few I was flipping through, are about time. You know, like, you know, what's 30 minutes after 3:50? What time will it be? What time will it be 2 minutes after 4:59? Things like that. Wish I could find those on perimeter area. Don't know if I showed that to you or not, but they're in here somewhere. Okay, here's one on area. Let's see. There's some area review down here. Total square units. Let's see. Still looking for something catches my eye. Well, is that it? Here's one for area and perimeter. Oh, by the way, this whole year of curriculum, yeah, the whole year of curriculum, there's only, you know, it's not the standard 170 or 180 lessons. It's 142, I think, or 143. 143 lessons, that's all there is. So there's 143 lessons and then 10 tests. So, you know, so you'd have several days built in for review or catch up or, you know, just taking your time and spending some extra time on certain topics. So, you know, that's good. All right. Well, I think that's the end of this video, and I hope you enjoyed the video. So yeah, be sure to check him out. He's just trying to get his product out there, and you know, just check it out, see what you think, and let others know about it, especially ones that, you know, are having trouble with math and not knowing where to turn. Just check it out and have them check it out and see what they think. It is Themeville Math, and I will leave some links in the description box below. And yeah, so I will do another video letting you know what we thought of it and what I thought of it and my daughter thought of it after using it for a couple weeks. And so have a good day. Bye.